The information that I have so far is I got the name Jenny and the name Davis or David coming through. There's a reference to hockey as being something very significant. There's the number 48, could also be the number 4 and the number 8 being significant. There's a reference to striking eyes. I feel as though this is a man, but I feel like he's bringing through a significance of a woman with blonde, wavy, shorter hair. This man would have been partier, liked to drink beer and sports. So, and when I see this woman, like I said, she's about like, I feel like she might be a little bit taller than average. She has, like a normal figure, fit figure, short, blonde kind of wavy hair, like short as in this kind of length. And she's kind of like running away from something. So I'm trying to figure out what the dynamic is, why I'm getting a man and a woman. I also heard what sounded like 17 or Stephanie as well. Kerri says 96%. So Kerri, what is it that you can and cannot take with this? Because if you're resonating with it, maybe it makes sense to you. I'm just having trouble figuring out exactly what's going on here. I'm kind of worried that this is like a crime thing. Okay. Hockey man, woman with blonde hair, 4 and 8, and number 17. Okay. Is this a relationship to you? Like, are you the woman and he's the man, or are these both in spirit? Can I ask you how this relates to you? Because definitely confused here. Both in spirit. Okay. Yeah, Adrian. Okay, so they're both in spirit. All right, I'm going to continue with her for now and see where this goes. Father and grandmother. This woman, like, would it make sense as far as her kind of wanting to run away from things in life, having issues like dealing with things and wanting to live out her youth? Because maybe she started her life at such a young age, Kerri. Like she started her family at a young age or something like that. Okay. Because, yeah, she's definitely she's communicating to me that she's running away from something, and she's, like, trying to escape something to relive her youth. 15 was her first child. Wow. So would it make sense that there would have been difficult experiences within relationships throughout her life as well? Because feeling like there are many instances that she's with other men that codependent relationships and things like this, or she was trying to, you know, find somebody, but it like left her in a worse position and things like that. And I'm getting hit with mega emotion, so 3 different fathers with 6 kids. I'm getting hit with like mega emotion with her. Because I'm feeling like this kind of tore the family apart in some ways, and she really wants to communicate like her love for the family. Does this make sense to you? The issues left behind, the issues that may have ran throughout her children's life and children's children and things like this. She's acknowledging how, you know, her choices and things have affected that. She wants to bring that through. It feels like a close relationship between, you said it was your father and her. Does that make sense to you? So there's a lot of love between, you know, you, your father, and her. Very close. I feel like closer than maybe some of the other family. Does that make sense as well? He was her son-in-law. Okay. Was there a passing that's in relation to vices and things like that as well here? Like not taking care of oneself leading to, not taking care of oneself. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say it lightly, but try not to say things, you know, that are okay. There's a reference to her putting herself through a lot, really not taking care of herself, and therefore she didn't live as long of a life as she should have. I feel like she had many more years to still live, but it feels like she put her body and her self and her mental health through a lot, and I feel like this affected her. very significantly. She's saying that, I don't know if you did something like dance or cheerleading or something like this, but she is showing me something in reference to you, that she's making me feel like she wanted to be involved with, like watching your, like watching your practices, watching your programs, watching your games and things like this. She shows me you with like a bow in your hair as well. She's referencing that. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if you're a cheerleader or like a gymnast, or if that bow makes sense in that way, but she's bringing that up as well. When they speak to me, this can also be something that is somewhere within the family that does this, that she's highlighting. So you have a photo of yourself with a big bow. Okay, and you used to sing with her. She's making me feel like this apology she does want to bring an apology to you, because she is making me feel very much as though she thought that she could change her life for you. And in some ways she did, in some ways she bettered herself, but she always wished she could do more. She thought that she could get much further than she could, so she wants to bring through this kind of apology as well. There's something significant with the relationship with you specifically. She always wanted to give more, and she was very hard on herself when she couldn't do everything to her expectation. She was also a gift giver. I feel like she was somebody very, very close, spent a lot of time with her. She would have wanted to give you surprise gifts, even if she didn't have the money, even if she didn't have the extra. Like, she would want to spend the money on, you or her other grandkids or things like that, to give them something special. She's bringing this through as well. But it feels like maybe it wasn't always consistent. It was like when she had it, she spent it. When she didn't have it, she was like, man, I wish I had something. But she really tried to like make the best with what she had. Aww. She really just struggled mentally. Money by Dean Martin. She struggled mentally, for sure, and never could, like she set so many expectations on herself. She wanted to do better all the time, and she would get down on herself if she couldn't. But she says she really wanted to try to instill this on her kids and her grandkids about, self-confidence and understanding that you're beautiful no matter what, and living your unique path. And she really wants to bring this message through for you too, that your own path is unique, and please don't look to what others are doing and feel as though you're further behind. She's like, you're exactly where you need to be for the exact place that you need to be in time, if that makes sense, within your life. So maybe there's been some setbacks, maybe there's been some things where you're feeling like you need to compare, or you should be so much further. She's saying, she's referencing like an orchestra. She's saying there's greater plans at work, there's greater plans at play. I'm getting a reference to like an O name or something as well. And I don't know if she liked listening to sometimes like music with strings, or somebody plays some kind of instrument with strings, but she's bringing this up as well. It's kind of like, sounds like an orchestra or classical music. She's bringing that up as well. And sunshine, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You were playing the violin the other day. Wow. Yeah, she was referencing. That's amazing. They do this and it's amazing. What's the significance with polka dots? She's showing me polka dots. '50s music. Okay. So her personality, the polka dot skirts, okay. The personality, it was reminding me of Minnie Mouse for some reason, so that makes sense. So her personality is very vibrant, very full of joy and laughter, and loved to spend time with the children that were important to her. You know, she's making me feel like there were many times you would laugh until you were like crying, like deep, deep belly laughter, and she's bringing this through. She's also talking about something with rearranging. I don't know if you've been rearranging your living room or something like that. She's showing me like moving couches around, something like that as well. Rearranging my entire life. Oh boy. She shows me a cat as well. There's a significance with a cat coming through. And I see her passing in something like a medical setting. Does this make sense to you? I'm seeing maybe an oxygen tube or something like this in relation to her as well. Okay. Sprinkles, sparkles. I don't know how that makes sense, but you weren't there when it happened, okay. She makes me feel like she was scrappy as well, because she's kind of showing me like if she knew somebody talked bad on her kids or something, like she would scrap almost like at the drop of a hat. She's literally like, oh my gosh, with her personality. She's like, I've already been through hell and back, try me. Like, fearless. And she's, I don't know if this was like a, I feel like if you did something, she would have like hit you in some way, but not in like a mean way, like a playful way. Like, knock that off. You better knock that off. Yeah, she was showing me actually what I used to do with my sisters. We used to like hit each other and run and hit each other and run. And that's kind of like what she was showing me. Like, she liked to scrap for fun, but she would really like scrap with somebody for real. Like a sucker punch. So, this is some advice she wants to give you. The grass always grows where you water it. So, please don't get caught up in the grass is always greener somewhere else. She wants to say this. And she wants to say, again, yeah, the grass is always greener where you water it. So, what you put your time, your effort, your energy into is where you're going to prosper. She's also talking about cutting toxic cords in your life, releasing that negative energy and not living in the past. She says you can't always right every wrong, and don't take on other people's mistakes as your own, okay? But she's also saying you're young, you have so much that you can do with your life. Yeah, I think your dad just brought her in. Your dad doesn't have much to say, honestly. That's why I was confused, because I felt like it was a man, but then she took over and she just like started running. Know where you can look at your life, where you can cut out the excess and where you're being a little bit too extravagant, she says. So making me feel like this is in reference to maybe spending and taking a look at where you're, tell her I understand. You're like, don't say anymore, leave me alone. Like eating out and going out and things like that too. Hey, when you guys are open for readings, I can't control what they bring through, guys. So that's why I say only if you're open to a reading. Why is she saying lavish and luscious? Lavish and luscious. Oh, I think she's just talking about you, because she's like a little too extravagant. Like a little too extra, if you know what I'm saying. Is there an L name significance as well? Either. Sometimes they just want to bring through confirmations of somebody that is significant to you with that name. So if that resonates for you, just take that for how that resonates. She just showed me like a pawn shop too. Does a pawn shop make sense to you? Not offhand. Okay, maybe it will over the next few days. Maybe you're gonna see something. I don't know. Not necessarily a pawn shop. It's like, what are those places? Cash land, where you can like trade stuff in and you can, I don't know, that's coming up. Are you near a cash land? I don't know, man. And she gives me reference to like bunny rabbits. Always at my thrift shop. Oh, okay. I'm not saying that you are at Cashland, but I don't know. And I don't know if maybe this was significant to her, but sometimes they do also show like things that are gonna happen in the future. Like, not that you're gonna be at Cashland, but maybe you, in a weird way, come across something like that, or I don't know. Oh, she used to. Okay. Is there a reference to bunnies and bunny rabbits? Yes. Okay. Is there a reference to an ankle tattoo as well? Okay. I'm thinking it was her, but you have a foot. She was showing me left side. Maybe you can find out. I don't know, but yeah. That's something I forgot to mention. She was showing me like tattoos on her legs and stuff. She was so cool. That's amazing. I'm asking her, like, do you have anything else to say? And she's just like, I love her so much. I needed to give her a little reminder that I'm here and that I'm looking out for her and that she is supported and she's safe. She says something like, stop messing with assholes. So I don't know how that resonates. That feels like that has to resonate to you. But she's definitely like very straight and to the point. And yeah, she's like, stop messing with assholes. Tell her I said things. You can tell her too. She's right there with you and I right now. She's right around you. She's also referencing something with a bracelet. And she references daisies as well. So I could talk all day to her. Oh, you're separated from your husband. Her name means Daisy. Oh. I could talk all day with her, but I think she's like, I've said my piece. I've said enough here. So thank you for allowing me to bring that through. That started very, very confusing, but I'm glad it all made sense in the end for you. Wow. That was amazing. The genetics made us all worthy later in life. Oh.